Okay, guys, I know that a lot of people probably never even imagined that there was anything going on between Janet Jackson and Maia Campbell, but sources are revealing there could be a bit of something going on there. Allegedly.
How was it like for you being on set with Janet?
I didn't get a chance to meet Janet until, many years later.
Here's the thing. Back in the 90s, two women shared the set of John Singleton's culture-shifting masterpiece, Poetic Justice. One was pop royalty, cementing her status as an untouchable global icon. The other was a rising it girl, with the kind of rare, magnetic star power that should have made her a household name. Now, based on what I've heard, because of how much Maia spiraled soon after, Janet Jackson completely cut all ties with her and didn't want anything to do with her, ever. I know it's brutal, but let's just break down where Janet may have been coming from. So, to understand why their paths diverged so drastically, you have to understand who Maia Campbell was back then. I'm talking about someone who got her first role in a film playing Lucky's cousin in Poetic Justice. Then she went on to star in other 90s hits including Thea, South Central, Beverly Hills 90210, and so on. But of course, her most standout role was alongside Debbie Allen and LL Cool J in the House. I mean, back in the day, Maia was a real baddie, and by far one of the most gorgeous women of the 90s. And of course, Janet was just Janet Jackson, literal Hollywood royalty. Now, in case you are wondering if there was a specific fallout, a blowout argument, or hidden jealousy behind the scenes, that was not really the cause of the drift, cause insiders revealed that the friction was about something entirely different. See, allegedly, even though they never directly interacted when they first got together on set, working alongside Janet Jackson was supposed to be Maia's ultimate launch pad, but things didn't go exactly as planned because Maia's life began to unfold in the most public, agonizing way possible.
These brothers are crazy. This is a new.
LL Cool J, she done fell off, dog.
I found them.
LL Cool J, she done fell off, dog. Come get your niece, bro.
You want to see niece work?
Your niece done fell off, LL.
Of course, anyone who watched Maia back in the day saw how she completely spiraled into a life of chaos. In fact, in 1998, while still on In the House, Maia Campbell was diagnosed with bipolar disorder following a notable incident on set. In addition, after the birth of her daughter in 2000, she stopped taking her psychiatric medication, and this led to serious consequences, including the loss of custody and increased substance use. Then, in the 2000s, she faced several arrests for alleged car theft, possession of illegal substances, and selling her body. At the time, her family tried to help with her stepdad, even releasing a statement saying, "As a family, we have been struggling with Maia in her illness for quite some time. We continue to hold fast to our faith and hope that someday she will realize that healing will begin when she decides to reach out and accept the help and treatment that have been offered to her." In addition, Maia's mother, Bebe Moore Campbell, even released a book on the situation titled 72-Hour Hold. And even though she revealed that this was a fiction story, it was about a mother dealing with a daughter who had bipolar disorder, and the daughter did not want to undergo any sort of treatment. The book actually reflected a lot of what Maia had gone through, from being diagnosed with manic or depressive disorder as a teenager to refusing to take any prescribed medication intended for her. Among these were psychotic medication and mood stabilizers. And instead of taking the prescribed medication, Maia just resorted to the use of alcohol and even added pot and other substances and got completely hooked. Unfortunately, the situation became so bad that in 2010, after Maia was arrested for theft, she was sent to a mandatory mental health facility in California. Well, she later voluntarily lived at a residential treatment center in hopes of transitioning to living on her own, and she actually did well for a while. In fact, in 2012, Maia appeared on Iyanla, Fix My Life, with her stepfather, daughter, and ex-husband, who all said they were willing to help her, and she appeared to want to get better and had very touching moments with her loved ones. Well, let's just say that she relapsed not long after that, and in 2015, she was arrested when she lost her cool in a Burger King restaurant in Atlanta. She allegedly cursed out a family, accused a kid of stealing her wallet, and called the arresting officer some very nasty things. In that same year, she was also arrested for disorderly conduct at a Riverdale, Georgia Waffle House, and according to people who witnessed the arrest, Maia was allegedly drunk and ended up in handcuffs after refusing to leave the restaurant willingly. 2 years later, later, in 2017, there was that video that went viral where Maia was literally begging for powder. In the video, she was only wearing a bra and underwear, while she could be heard saying she wanted some crack and telling a story about an experience she had with a Persian stripper. And by the way, some people suggest that maybe Hollywood messed Maia up because as much as she was high, she specifically said that Bill Cosby took advantage of her.
You want some powder and some crack? Pump my gas for me. You know what I'm saying? But basically, so you want some powder and some crack?
This guy raped me, but he used condom and his dick was big and he...
How did he rape you with a condom?
Because he like grabbed me like
Whoa, what's up, girl?
that.
What the fuck?
That's what I mean. Like, he
Yeah.
was unhuman.
That's crazy.
Wait, I mean,
Why he do you like that?
He thinks he's Bill Cosby. Like.
He said he was Bill Cosby?
Yeah, he said he was Bill Cosby. He was all like...
Honey, I don't know about that, but in 2020, another video of her went viral where she was asking for cash, and she was pretty much the same. Then the same year, a Facebook user named London also wrote an account on social media where she talked about running into Maia all of the time in Atlanta, asking for help, but not realizing who the woman was until much later. London noted that every time she would stop by a specific Texaco gas station, she would encounter a woman who would constantly ask her for money and a ride. And despite the requests, their correspondences would mostly be pleasant. The woman would compliment her and even tell her that she should consider being an entertainment. And after she figured out who she was, Maia apparently shared that she was tired of videos of her looking like trash being posted online. But she admitted to London that she was struggling because the industry and life had been especially rough on her. Honestly speaking, when Maia was at her absolute lowest and totally off the rails, it makes total sense why Janet Jackson didn't want any part of that situation. I know the internet loves to play fairy godmother and thought Janet was the perfect person to step in because of that Poetic Justice history. But let's look at the facts. Janet is the textbook definition of high-tier, ultra-curated Hollywood royalty, and her entire brand is built on absolute control, privacy, and flawless optics. Back then, Maia was actively in the trenches of severe, unmedicated bipolar episodes and heavy addiction, and she was aggressively turning away help, even publicly embarrassing her close co-star LL Cool J when he tried to save her. Why would Janet, someone who famously changes her number the second a movie wraps just to keep her circle tight, invite that kind of unpredictable energy into her world? At the end of the day, Janet runs a business and a brand, not a rehabilitation center, and protecting her own peace and legacy from that level of unpredictability was just the smart move. And just like LL Cool J said when he tried to reach out and help Maia, you can't help someone who doesn't want help. What insiders have said is that when Maia was spiraling, her name became absolute kryptonite in the industry, and nobody, absolutely nobody, wanted to touch her with a 10-foot pole, including Janet. And it wasn't just about the bad optics. Word on the street was that she had become completely impossible to work with on a professional level, and people who would have helped her, like Janet, completely hated that situation. However, I don't know if y'all have noticed, but Maia Campbell is officially back on her feet, and honestly, she looks absolutely stunning. In some of her most recent interviews, you can see that she is sharp, focused, and genuinely doing so much better, which just warms my heart after everything she's been through. She openly talked about how she's working on her wellness journey, staying grounded, and yes, she's actively trying to get back into the acting industry where she belongs.
It was heart-wrenching.
I know.
I used to wake up every day in pain from just the image of me at the gas station dancing around, like, to look at myself and my addiction with bad dental work and all kinds of tragic police pictures and stuff like that.
Now, just imagine if Janet Jackson finally reached out to her and extended an olive branch. I mean, if Janet used her massive queen bee leverage to help Maia land a comeback role, or even just a guest spot somewhere, that would be truly groundbreaking for her. I don't know, maybe it's just wishful thinking, but you let me know whether you would love to see these two queens from the 90s work together on something in the comments section down below.